But so I sent Darnell a post because he's heavy into the culture with his own page in terms of Sauce Walka posting like a pretty sentimental post about him kicking lean and him kind of just showing a picture, kind of like, I guess, I don't know how much weight he lost, if he lost any weight or whatever, but just, I know specifically what I read in the comments that like he was in front of his daughter near death or to that extent, just based off, I'm assuming like an overdose on lean or maybe not even
he had a seizure.
A seizure. And as we know, Lil Wayne has encountered this before.
Rick Ross.
I don't know if Rick Ross's was due to heavy codeine intake. It was.
Yes, codeine and weed combined with the unhealthy obesity, which he is getting under control. He been eating his pears, bro looks solid. Shout out to Rose.
Yeah, man.
Every time I think about Rick Ross, I'm on Wingstop.
She thinking Philippe. I'm thinking Wingstop.
Oh, but Darnell, for you, I know you take it. You follow rappers pretty closely. How did you feel about when you seen him making that post and kind of just to a certain degree saying I watched the video of him earlier saying that like back in like this is like 2018 and him just talking about the lean and like how to go about using it appropriately if you're gonna use it. But like, how do you feel about him saying he kind of like putting the cup down? Do you think this is just like he just taking a break, or how do you feel about it?
It's liquid heroin, plain and simple, bro. It's liquid heroin, and at the end of the day, it's H-Town all day, but it does have its consequences. I believe it is like a Houston party favorite to a certain extent. Like, you come to Houston, you sip lean, you've been initiated to a certain extent, and it has its certain boundaries to where you can get consumed very heavily, and it's not so easy to kick. Lil Wayne will tell you in a heartbeat. He said he has various verses where he say he kicked the cup, and then a whole album later he's back on it. And it's not because he wants to, because it's liquid heroin. It's one of the things. Like, yeah.
Well, no, I never sipped syrup before, but man, Sedacious, I'd be damned if that me and my drink went the song in your Ford Focus back in the day.
Oh, absolutely. Everybody had their moments.
I am
in the studio.
Absolutely. But just to wrap it up real quick though, but at a certain point, you have to realize like there are consequences that come with it. And he's, like you said, he's mentioned like you need to stop. But at the end of the day, it is a very addictive drug. And people smoke it, some people sip it, and people get more and more dosage because of their tolerance. And at the end of the day, man,
I'm gonna go ahead and stop it for the audience sake. There's no physical, tangible, physiological possible way that you can actually smoke lean.
Well,
unless I would say unless you dab a little bit on your backwood or your rose medium of choice. That would be the only acceptable way that you can ingest it. But for a little so familiar with the drug, real lean is an expensive man's drug, right? Just like they say, like cocaine is a rich white man drug, was quite the opposite for, I would believe, the urban community. I won't say the black community, but for the urban hip hop community, especially down here in Texas, more specifically Houston, who pioneered it. Lean is a rich man's drug, and especially back then, man. And I don't know if y'all know about street prices right now on lean, man, for a line of walk hard. And when I say a line, that means 1 liquid ounce. So if you were ever to get a medicine bottle and you see the little tabs on the side, one of those lines up to it is 1 liquid ounce. One of those right now on the street is going between $200 and $300 per liquid ounce for purple. So it's a rich man's habit. So everybody don't really have the means to do it, but people who do is very easily to get consumed.
G Herbo said he spent $50,000 on lean alone with one period in his life.
In the same breath, they'll tell you it's killing.
$50,000 a year, man. That's
in the same breath, they'll tell you it's killing me quick.
if you go and listen to, it's somewhere on there, and if you go listen to Webby talk about Lane, you know, Webby was kind of brought up under the arms of Pimp C. Pimp C was on there, you know what I'm saying? And so Webby was just talking about, for him, like, he put it on his weed or whatever, like dipping it or whatever the case may be, or on his cigarette. So he even poured it on his pancakes. Like, he was like that addicted to it or whatever. Yeah, if you ain't got the money, just say no.
It's a double, bro. It's a double, bro. Let's think about it. It's like literally like, and I'm not necessarily talking down
Hey
on
man,
Lane
don't go broke like Jock. You might have to play with that dog like Vic.
But at the end of the day, just like Sauce said, but just like Sauce said though, it's killing him. It's putting him at a point where he's looking at his daughter in his eyes before he passed away almost. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not talking down in a certain sense of it's, you know, bad, but it's just like any other drug. It brings pleasure, but at the same time though, it brings us whatever.
What you guys
got a question. Coach Johnson, do you know any of what the fuck we talking about?
Oh no, he muted it. He took it. Oh, he back.
My bad. My
Whoa.
dad was calling. Because it was a spell. You was like, the fuck are these niggas talking about?
Yeah. Hey guys, hey, we're there. We're there.
I am not. I don't have proficient knowledge of the syrup or lean.
You can call it cough syrup. It's like cough syrup. You call it cough syrup.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. I know. I did listen to Lil Wayne back in the day, so I know he talked about it. But I didn't know anything. I have yet to partake in any lines of that sort. Yeah. So no, I don't know much. I don't know Mr. Sauce.
Hey man, Coach say he about X's and O's. He ain't pouring foes.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I watch too much film, man. I watch too much film.
Hey, that's the title right there, Isaac. X's and O's, not foes. Not pouring foes.
Not pouring
I think
foes.
it's Mr. Walker.